early in this year, when I got a call from Marcus from Renaissance asking me if I wanted to do another compilation, that of course I agree on that. We thought, okay, what should we do this time? You know, it's gonna be my 6th Renaissance compilation, my 4th Master Series, so we should try to, you know, to make something different. We throw some ideas on the table with also Martin, my manager, and we thought that, you know, doing a slow down CD, it would be a good idea. But at the same time, you know, it's because the down tempo chill out CD it's been done many times before, and brilliantly, like people like Nick Warren or, you know, even Sasha. Or, so I thought, okay, I want to try a different approach to that. So I was messing around at home with Live on Ableton, and I put some tracks just to see, you know, the way it sounded. And it wasn't until I played one of my favorite tracks from Henry Size, We Are All. I played that track is originally at 128, and I played it at 105, and it sounded brilliant. I thought, wow, what is this? Because it was slow, it was down tempo, kind of like around 105 BPM, but it wasn't like the typical down tempo stuff or chill out that is more sort of with little beats or beatless completely. This was like with the house beat, but pitch it down, they sound even more tough, and or with more body. It keeps all the groovy elements and the melodies, of course, but played at a different tempo. It sounded really good. I had the privilege to be friends of some of the producers that are on the compilation, so I called Henry and I said, listen, I really need to do this again for me for the compilation. So he redone the whole track with in a slower tempo. You know, that goes a bit technically, but you know, it just cannot pitch down 30 BPMs and get away with it. You know, normally it won't sound very well. I mean, it will sound nice for you in the house, but not for a proper CD. So you have to redone the stuff on the MIDI and stuff. So, but luckily, as I said, you know, people like Henry or Guy J or Mercurio, they've been working specifically and exclusively for this CD. So as I said, it's such a privilege for me to be friends with them. And so that was mainly the whole thing, you know. Then of course, you know, the tracks we done especially for the CD were already at that tempo, so it wasn't not about pitching them down. Well, about our own tracks, it's been a great ride, you know, having the two options of, you know, the slow CD and the more normal tempo CD or up tempo CD. We have a lot of varieties, and we actually end up with Sound Exile, for example. We end up doing tracks that for different mixes of the same tracks, like Crypsis or Blacklight. Like originally we started doing the tempo one, and it sounded really well. We like some parents to say, should we do also a tempo mix of this? And that's the way it worked. And I think Blacklight worked the other way around. We originally started working on the 126, 127 mix, and then we put some samples and played it at 105, and it worked really well as well. So we decided to make two mixes of those, which I think is good, because it shows you two different ways of expressing a similar idea, you know, but it sounded completely different. Then of course, working with songs on 105, it's always a pleasure. It's a friend of mine for years. We've been working together in England and touring as well for long. So, you know, it's just very easy to get to work with him. I still go to London every month to play Ministry, so, you know, it's always good to get together with him and do some stuff. And then the tracks with Martin are Martin's. They were meant to be Martin's and mine's, but I was on tour and I got back home a bit late, so by the time I arrived home, the tracks were already finished. So I said, okay, I'm not gonna say these are our tracks, even when the original ideas were kind of come together. But you know, he made the tracks, so this time it's not a collaboration, it's just his own tracks. I'm very pleased that, you know, they had some really good feedback, so you know, everybody's happy with the productions. And then it's Teleport that is gonna come out on Renaissance later in the season. I think it's very, very good. I feel way closer now than I thought I was. So, you know, it's definitely something we will be working on maybe next year or maybe in 2 years. You know, I don't know that, but it's definitely gonna be an artist album, yes. Sigur Rós track for me is special in many ways, not just because it's a fantastic song, but also because of the story of that song. I used to play some bootlegs, up-tempo bootlegs of that song with great results, and it's a very emotional track, and something that I really like the band Sigur Rós, and so I'm very pleased that track finally end up in a compilation. Of course, there's you know, all the stuff that you know, my friends and the big producers are admired. They gave us for the compilation. You know, like Nick Warren. So I mean, Way Out West. You know, Henry, Guy J, Mercurio. You know, Manuel. You know, it's all great stuff. You know, and I'm very happy. It's very difficult to choose a favorite.